Before you start the season, a couple things you want to do is make sure that your din settings are set where they're supposed to be for your recommended height, weight, age, skier ability, boot sole length, etc. Your binding screws haven't loosened over the year. Your brakes are operating and retracting properly. Your ski bases are waxed. Your edges are smooth and sharp. And this ski needs a little bit of help before it goes out on the snow. And the first thing we do, we want to retract the brakes. You want to create a triangle so it goes around one brake arm, the other, and then up over the top and keeps the brake out of the way. So in order to know where I'm starting, I got to clean this base off. So we're going to use a little bit of base cleaner. What's the first piece of equipment you use on a pair of skis when you're tuning it? The TrueBar will tell me what's going on with the base of the ski, the angles of the edges, and how much work I'm going to have to put into the ski to make it do what it's supposed to do. Then I'm going to look at the base and look at some things like this core shot here. I'm going to fill in some of these scratches. And what I want to do is get the P-Tex as close to the base as possible with a nice blue flame. Create a little bit of an arc on the scraper, and then push very gently the layers of P-Tex away. I can see there's a lot of buildup of sidewall material here. We're going to use a sidewall planer, and we're going to plane off some of the material that's on the very top of the edge. Sidewall planing is a very important step in ski tuning, especially for racing. So what I'm doing is just making sure this ski is going to be at 1 degree, but this belt goes a lot quicker than a hand file. And this is really just a preparation to get the edge ready. So now that we've put a nice thick coat of P-Tex on top of here, I need to take that down a little bit. One thing important when you're grinding, you always work in full passes. So what we're ready to do now is do some work on the base edge. You probably wonder, well, why is he going to hand file this ski? Well, machinery does a great job from about 6 inches from the tip to about 6 inches from the tail. This section and this section, machinery doesn't do such a good job. So, base flat filed. Let's do some edge filing. For the damage around the tail here, I want this edge sharp and smooth all the way. Not aggressively sharp. And I'm just taking it down to where I see it contact the bottom of the edge. These discs are going to come up and they're going to base file the base edge of the ski. So after you hand file it, if you use your trim jet, you can really have a nice finish. Waxing. You want to put two or three strips of wax down your ski and then let the iron glide along those strips. Very important. I don't want my iron to contact my P-Tex base. I want my iron to hit wax and the wax to hit the base, just like that. The rest of it, I'm going to just use a little pressure on the iron and let the iron do the work. If I don't get it all on the first pass, that's okay. I can go back and do it again. Before the wax dries, I'm going to take the wax off the edges with my little edge scraper. Kind of gets both the top edge and the base edge. Now that we've waxed and scraped our ski, we need to brush the base of the ski. We're going to use 4 different brushes. Copper, sometimes it's brass. We're going to use stiff nylon, soft nylon, and horsehair. So we want to make sure after the ski season's done that you wipe all the water off your ski, preferably rinse your skis in fresh water and then wipe them down dry. Have the skis tuned and then have them waxed and leave the layer of wax on. Don't scrape it off. Let it sit on there for the summertime and that will protect the edges from oxidation. Also keep the base hydrated with wax. And then all you have to do is scrape that wax off at the beginning of the season, brush out the structure, and you're ready to go.